Hello everyone, welcome to a special viewing of Motor City Masters Episode 1. This is a little special, especially for me. Episode 1 aired exactly 10 years ago, June 24th at 8 p.m. on a silly little channel called True TV. I'm a little connected and feel connected to the show. I was one of the 10 contestants. I was selected as one out of 33,000 submissions. And I would like to admit openly that this silly little TV show did affect my life, I'm pretty sure, and where I am today. And it has a bit of a soft spot in my heart. So here we are. Let's watch it together. I haven't watched this episode in 10 years. This was filmed largely in LA, even though it's called Motor City Masters. We'll get to that later. I'm going to call this a reaction video because that's what we call things today, but it's a bit of a Mystery Science Theater 3000 for the older people, where we basically heckle B movies, and this is kind of a B-rated TV show, so I'm going to add lots of colorful commentary with some behind-the-scenes information that most people won't know. So you're not going to be watching this to catch every word from the show, because hopefully you've seen it before, and you'll mainly be listening to me heckle and add my commentary from what actually happened. So come along with me. It'll be a 41-minute video, unedited, no commercials, and we'll experience it together. It's been 10 years. It's probably been 10 years for you too. And so let's enjoy Motor City Masters Episode 1. Let's go.
Welcome to Detroit, Michigan, the city where the American automotive industry was born. It's been the home of high-concept design and cutting-edge innovation. Innovation that's led to some of the most iconic automobiles known the world over.
Of course, that's our host, Brooke Burke. She was known mainly for Baywatch, and she's actually hosted a few other game shows over the years.
We're bringing together 10 talented designers from across the country to compete in a winner-takes-all car design competition.
We gotta make this thing so when you see us rolling in, you want to party with us.
A car is part of the fabric of everyday life.
Holy, that looks insane.
I view cars as a moving piece of art.
Oh, that's badass.
Auto design is very male-dominated. That is even more motivation to just kick the butt.
And where will this first-of-its-kind auto design competition take place? Right here in Los Angeles. Home to some of the top automotive design studios on the planet. Which designer has the talent and drive to...
Yeah, the only reason it was shot in LA was for cost reasons.
Who can outshine the competition to win $100,000, the car of their dreams, and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity representing Chevrolet as their first Motor City Master. The journey begins now on Motor City Masters.
To be a car designer my whole life.
Now, we're riding around cars in LA. We had never met each other.
No, I'm a freelancer,
So when we walk up right here, it's the first time we meet each other. A little weird.
I always tell people in my custom cars, it's not about the motor. It's about the line. It's about the beauty of the car. If you make a car that's beautiful and classy, you have something that everybody can appreciate.
Hi, I'm Brian.
Oh, very nice to meet you. Car customizers are just as important as car designers. Coming to this competition, I have a lot on the line. I have a family. I really want to inspire my son.
Juan. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Juan. Duck Set.
How's it going, babe? What's up, guys? Shane. Nice to meet you. All right.
Likewise. I graduated from Art Center. I'm going to guess that 90% of the people on the show have not had a $200,000 education. I just can't wait to win and put my fingers up to everybody. And I told you.
Yeah, you can tell they're going to edit Shane to be one of the bad guys.
School for design, and I think
with a line like that
designers are going to really underestimate me. I want to show them that I'm the one to beat.
And Darby was 20 here. You were supposed to be 21 and above just to be in the show.
My specialty is industrial design. I have a very diverse...
Look at this dork.
I can design an amazing hairdryer, a razor, a toy, anything and everything. What's up, everyone? Jameson.
Jameson?
Jameson, like the whiskey.
Like the whiskey.
It's my famous line.
I'll have
a car shop. When I'm building a car, the end result is to just have it be badass.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, Troy literally has his own business of building cars,
Say it.
so he really didn't need to be here.
My father was an automotive designer. It's in my genes, and I worked for 2 car companies, and a lot of people even haven't worked for one. You guys can all call me Chunner. That's my nickname.
Go on.
Go on. Nice to meet you.
Everybody knows me as a custom painter, but I'm not just a painter. I am way more than that.
This is where things got a bit stupid and kind of ruined the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
You bring out a guy with 30 years experience.
This competition is just my ability and my style. I've done this for years. If somebody's in the field of automotive design, they know me.
Yeah, they do.
I'm just mind blown. I know him from school. He actually used to be a teacher. It definitely raises the stakes of the competition.
Yeah, that's why he should have been a mentor. He shouldn't be one of the 10 contestants. That's where the show went a bit south for me and for a lot of us.
And welcome to the first season ever of Motor
You don't have
City
Gordon
Masters.
Ramsay competing on Top Chef. I don't know why they did that.
This is going to be a challenge.
Each one of you is here because you find inspiration in one of the world's greatest creations, the automobile. You're all proven talents who have incredibly different backgrounds as designers. In the coming weeks, you'll get a chance to show your talents in ways.
Remember, we all just met 3 minutes ago.
When the dust settles, the designer who
We have no
comes
idea what's
on top
happening. This is the
will
first time we're hearing
win
anything.
$1,000, a new 2014 Camaro Z28, and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity representing Chevrolet as their first Motor City Master. Each week,
Originally, that prize was supposed to be a design job at GM. They changed it the night before. Another thing I was not thrilled about.
and you'll be safe from elimination for the week. The top 2 finishers become design managers in the team challenge, where you're going to do what you all do best: design and make cars. Critiquing your work will be 2 very big names in the car industry. Here they come.
Again, we hadn't met the judges either. This is all fresh to us.
First, she's been writing about cars for over 30 years. Editor-in-chief of GeneKnowsCars.com and former editor of Automobile Magazine, Jean Jennings.
Designers, I am so excited to be here.
I actually knew of Jean. I've been reading her work since I was a kid.
The most exciting people in the car business.
So I was pretty excited to have her as a guest judge.
Women in the industry.
Or actually a permanent
It's
judge.
always like, yes, the legendary Jean Jennings. I'm so pumped. It's awesome.
Your next judge. He's designed cars for Porsche and Mercedes-Benz. He's also the man behind George Clooney's Batmobile in Batman and Robin. Please welcome...
Not exactly the most famous Batman reference. I had not heard of Harold to this show.
I want you
If I'm
to
being
show
honest.
us things we have never seen before.
Harold is one of those German guys that's like a quiet giant. You don't know what they're thinking. They have no emotion.
Now that you've met the judges, it's time for your first individual challenge. The first thing we want to do is get to know what makes you, you. You're going to make a sketch of your signature style car that shows us how your design style stands out. Your design time starts now.
I tried to be smart here and pander a little bit and think it's Motor City Masters sponsored by General Motors. So I thought I would do a modern Corvette.
Pure and simple, and then adding a little touch of flair that makes people see the rebelliousness in it.
I tried to be a little bit smart about the business aspect of this show and do things like that wherever I could.
My concept is a hot rod SUV. My drawing skills are obviously not the best, but I know my biggest strong suit is the big idea, the big picture.
It's impossible not to form a first impression when you're in a group and you see everybody, you're sizing them
Because
up.
half of us are
And
traditional
look at
designers
these
with
people.
design degrees
I'm
and
gonna get the
backgrounds,
advantage I can-
and the other half wasn't.
All right, designers, time's up. Pens and pencils down.
I'm confident with my sketch. I'm either going to be first or second. A couple couple of these definitely would be industry standard.
Now, behind the scenes, there was a rule that you could sketch on a small piece of paper to kind of practice and then go to the final image board. And I asked the question, could I go straight to the big image board because I didn't need to pregame? And they said yes.
Hard for us because there were a lot of strong designs. But there are two designers that really stood out to us today.
And the two designers we'd like to call down are...
Both teams are on the clock. Starting now.
It's gonna be sweet.
That looks great. We got this. It's in the bag.
This is edited where the commercial would be.
Judges, it's time to decide which two designers really stood out to you in this first individual challenge.
The two designers we'd like to call down are Darby and Brian.
Please come step forward.
Brian, a working designer with 20 plus years experience, worked at Nissan, designed some production Nissans, versus a 20-year-old student from CCS who was handpicked as the best in her class.
This week.
I was starting to get a feel ready for how this show was going to go.
But we felt that one sketch really told us who the artist is as a designer. And that winning design belongs to Darby.
I was told by the producers I would have been one of the two,
This is a
but they
huge
thought my sketch was a little small in size.
challenge.
Mike,
I pulled it off,
okay.
and I came out on top.
So now it's time to check out where you'll be making your automotive magic at your new design studio.
Oh, sweet.
I'll see you there.
Holy crap.
I could live here. We should just live here.
Gosh,
It's
this
awesome.
is sweet.
We walk into the design studio and it is amazing. We have everything we need to design and build a great car.
All the tools were Harbor Freight, by the way.
No way. I see this huge.
That says enough about the quality of some of the things in that studio.
Imagine.
Welcome to the Motor
All the
City
bits would break and shatter. So watch your eyes.
Each week, this is where you're going to be turning your best ideas into showroom-ready cars. All right, designers, it's time for this week's team challenge, which deals with signature style. Let's head to the Motor City to hear what it's all about. Take a look.
And this screen was blank. Whatever we were looking at was blank. This was done in post.
Every successful design.
We never heard a word from Ed Welburn.
Quality design needs to be timeless. It needs to be clear. It needs to be easy to describe. With just a few brush strokes, the Fisher Building, the Detroit Institute of Art, the Renaissance Center. It's very clear. A few lines and you can describe that building. We at Chevrolet have got a signature style. It's very passionate, it's lean, it's got muscular grace. It's an emotion that occurs, and that's what design's all about. Every great designer needs to have a signature style if they want to be a Motor City master, and that is what's going to make them stand out.
As you can see, behind me are three of Chevrolet's best-selling models. We have the Malibu, the Cruze, and the Equinox. Each team will get to pick one of these Chevys and transform them into their 2015 concept car. Each car must include at least one signature design element from every team member. You'll have to fit 5 different personal ideas into one car.
I'm sure that'll work great.
I want it to look like one person designed the car. If
Good
you
luck.
don't collaborate, you will fail.
I want you to deliver a concept car. Do not give me a Frankenstein.
Darby, Brian, it's time to pick the teams, playground style.
Yeah.
Darby, you won the individual
I feel like it's gym
challenge
class
today,
all over
so
again.
yeah.
I just don't want to get picked last.
Hopefully I can be a good leader. I've never been put in this situation before, so I'm just gonna try to do the best I can. Camilla.
No, I didn't win the challenge, but I'm definitely first pick.
Joanne, I actually have quite an admiration for her painting, and I'm hoping that'll be an asset on this project.
Troy.
Jenner,
It's not looking good.
Brian, who's next?
I hope I'm going to get picked by Brian. I don't want to have product management dictation given to me from someone in college who's never had product management experience.
Shane.
They did ask me, how do you feel about Darby being your manager? That's my answer.
Darby, your final pick? Jameson.
Yeah, that seemed begrudging.
The one on my team is because his drawing skills are very subpar.
Even though I'm pit last, I'm still looking forward to bringing my big ideas to the group. I think I could probably redeem myself.
Darby, since you won the individual challenge, you get to pick your car first. What's it gonna be?
Initially, I really wanted to hear Camillo's input on it, but immediately Jameson said,
Cruise.
and I just want to be like, shush.
Yeah, because it was a good idea. You just want to listen to Camillo because you were awestruck by him.
I think it's got the best proportions.
Okay, Brian, that leaves your team with the Malibu or the Equinox.
Malibu. Yeah, I have a concept in my mind. Malibu's great.
Going from original concept to showroom is a process that usually takes months, but you will have only 3 days.
And they meant that we really did only have 3 days.
No, never. I'm worried. It's almost an impossible task.
That's gonna be.
However, when we went to sleep,
some extra help.
the tech crew came in and still finished the cars, so. We obviously couldn't do a car in 3 days without help.
We have help.
Designers Rich Evans will be the lead of your tech crew. He is the point person for all the work done on your cars. Are you guys ready to do this?
And all these guys I've seen on previous shows since I was a kid.
Concept rooms, get to work. Both
Pimp My Ride and
starting.
a couple other shows on Speed Network.
The general idea I'm thinking is let's take this Malibu, which is the ultimate American sedan, and let's do sort of like a drive-in cruiser with the open rear end and a seat that becomes able to shut down and open up.
Just like your concept.
Yep. Okay. Our concept is Malibu muscle. It's essentially a...
We really had no idea what we could really get done in 36 hours. We didn't know how blue sky we could be.
Cut the roof off, no consequences. I mean, yeah, I might go home, but I'm gonna go for it.
What are we going to do with this vehicle?
He just completely took over instantly.
Lower the car. Larger wheels.
Where's Troy? Oh, there he is. Troy, John,
I think
want some input?
Yes, come over here.
When we get to the nitty gritty, I'll get involved.
No.
Well,
I
we need
think
your
you should
design
come
element
here.
in the car.
We'll get it, but right now we're talking about wheels, which, in my opinion, should be the last
We're
thing
not
we
just
talk
talking
about.
about wheels.
He's
We're
right.
talking about opportunities.
We haven't even come up with anything. We
Just
haven't
Camillo completely took over instantly.
Direction as far as where
Which
we
made
think
some of us
the
quiet.
concept is going.
I think that we're getting a little sloppy here.
No, we're not. This is normal growth for design.
The problem is our product manager is so enamored by Camillo. It's like, cool, Camillo has a marker. Let's just let him draw.
Well, I'm trying to answer his question.
I need my sketch masters. Okay, I need a rear 3/4 view. I need you to do a front 3/4 view.
I'll have it done by the end of the day.
Okay, I want you to handle wheel design. We're gonna need some badass wheels. I know you can handle that, whether or not it's in Photoshop, two-dimensional.
It's not wheel design. You just pick from 8 different wheels offered. So already Dewan is getting the short end of the stick.
In my real
How can that be your
life,
signature
my
design
job is
element?
to build and paint award-winning cars and motorcycles, and I have a great instinct for it.
Instantly, Dewan was treated like a second-class citizen. He didn't have a design degree,
A new
so.
SS. They're big into the SS. That's their moniker.
I think we like to take a little bit more of a futuristic push.
Sure.
Concept doesn't have to be 2027. Concept means the future. Well, guess what, people? 2015 is still the future. Can we all agree that that's like a good concept?
Good idea.
Without a cohesive thought process to begin with, there's too much of this.
I'm pretty hesitant about Jameson's idea about the S.
Sure.
But at this point, we're gonna run with it.
At least it was an idea.
I don't really have time to come up with anything else.
Yeah, we had like 20 minutes to come up with an idea. So, I don't know how futuristic you thought you could be in 3 days.
I'm in charge.
I wanted something at least achievable, which a modern interpretation of a Chevy model, the SS, seemed doable to me.
It's gonna be sweet design, man.
If we beef it up a little bit here and build it out a little bit there, we are given the impression of a much bulkier car.
We're talking about the
No matter what the argument is, let's just get a direction. I'm getting progressively more pissed off because nobody's getting anything done, and the other team already has a head start. They're working.
So we've already wasted 2 hours now.
We're not wasting anything. Actually, as difficult as it is, we're learning a lot about each other.
I might be a bad person, and it's mean to say, but like, you know, the 21-year-old with the least experience is now in the management position, and I don't know how that's going to work out.
They dubbed my voiceover. I didn't say that at that time.
Ideas to the tech.
So that was annoying.
I'm nervous. Our team working today was a little rocky in the beginning, but we do have another day tomorrow.
I mean, Darby was 20,
Pull it together.
and Camilla just came in and railroaded her and basically made himself the manager.
Risky what you're doing.
What this is a bunch of
Breathe. You gotta get it done.
So that was fun. Coming up with a concept in a matter of minutes with a bunch of people you don't know, and everyone's arguing. But at least I thought the theme of an SS was a good idea, so we ran with it. That winds up being a theme of the show. Pretty much every build that we kind of ran with my idea, because a good idea is as important as a good design. So I don't know.
Like full 110% go mode. You got me right there. Yeah.
Chunder's making it happen. He's really taking ownership over extending this thing into a fastback. It looks like we're ahead of the other team. They look frazzled, but we still have a lot of work.
Yeah, we had a 20-minute argument over color, and then Camillo admits that he's colorblind. Great idea. He wanted the car teal, and Darby wanted the car silver.
Jameson decides he's going to go with the exhaust systems in the back. Can you put a little angle on that side?
I want to do the rear diffuser in the rear of the car.
Side vents. You want time?
I also came up with stuff for the wheels too.
Troy, she's sitting in the corner and being upset. I personally...
Yeah, because he was completely disrespected.
What this is a bunch of put together by two people on our team that none of it makes sense in my opinion.
Troy, the problem I'm having is that when I ask for your input, you say, I don't care, do whatever, I'll just
No. The key element of this build is that something that I thought of has to be incorporated.
I've been trying to get a feature out of you this whole time, and all you give me is I don't care.
I'm pretty much left to side skirts and,
Side skirts would be cool.
Yeah, dude. Like,
So,
that's
do you want to
pretty
do
much
side
has to
skirts?
happen one way or another.
Troy wants to do a side skirt, and at this point, with all the arguing that's been going on, I'm like, okay, fine. Side skirt.
He owns his own business designing and building high-end custom cars. And he was treated like a nobody and given pity like, oh, have some side skirts.
I think I'm gonna die.
And then she said, well, I'll design them for you.
That's a shutdown point. He doesn't want you to design the skirt for him.
So at this point, I'm already frustrated. I have an idea, and I'm perfectly capable of building it, and that's what I'm choosing to do.
Bando!
It's the judges.
So what are you doing?
We were thinking we'd do an SS cruise for 2015 concept.
And you're feeling like it's going to be a concept and not just customized.
I'm still concerned that maybe SS idea car is not a concept, and it makes me very, very worried.
We're interested to see you get it done. What is your real contribution? What's your signature
My personal
style?
signature, besides the overall concept of the SS, is an exhaust system.
How is Darby?
No, I said more an exhaust system, the entire rear diffuser incorporating an exhaust system.
I mean,
What does that mean?
my management style is different. I've got almost 10 years of product management experience taking an idea to retail
Is Darby listening?
as best as she can.
All right, well, good
No,
luck and
she's
get to
really
work, eh?
listening to Camillo, and only Camillo. Remember, the judges just walk around to ask you these questions to kind of just start shit. That's all they do is start shit.
Quickly, if you don't mind, run us through your concept.
The concept is the ultimate tailgate party muscle car. I wanted to give you something that doesn't just look like a Malibu sedan. So we've changed the actual profile of the car. Yeah. And that's going to be the biggest challenge right now is to get that ready for me.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
We're never going to get Shudder out of that car, are we? This is very risky what you're doing. There's so much work to do.
I understand.
You're going to make it?
I have my doubts. I'm in panic mode at this point. A lot of work needs to be done in terms of getting the body ready for paint. I'm actually feeling pretty worried.
Make it happen.
All right, Dylan, can we talk to you for a second?
Sure.
What's your signature design here? What is it?
As far as the design, where the wheels and also the lower of the car.
So are you represented here? Do you think that the wheel is a strong enough design contribution to keep you in
Again, the judges are setting you up.
If
You can
you
tell.
don't win, do you think you're going to be the one that hits the
I
road?
wasn't the team leader. At the end of the day, when you're in charge, you make certain decisions, a lot of responsibilities are on you.
You have a lot of work to do.
What color is an S-Type?
Well, it would have to be like something powerful like red or blue.
Blue is the kiss of death in many concept cars.
Why don't we do it hot
I
red?
think I'd rather go hot red.
I'd rather vomit.
The color decision is a lot more heated than I thought it would be. Alright, I'll see you guys right here.
Body color and accent.
I make the final decision to go with the color.
I was going for the metallic orange. That's a Chevy color that just looks great on every performance car, but okay.
I would say me and Camilo are on the same page with the color.
Because everything's about her and Camilo.
I'm not a fan of that color. Camilo and Darby, when they make up their mind, the rest of the team doesn't exist. I'm at the point where I'm giving up.
And we're back. I'm pretty annoyed at this point. I'm not finding it as fun as I should.
Thank you for helping us.
Everything's a fight. And it's always 2 against 1.
The shape is there, the roof concept is there. Now it's about fleshing out the details. I am hoping Joanne to be able to deliver on wheels. And Joanne.
And we haven't gotten much sleep.
As we need to. Are you ready to?
We're working pretty late at night and up pretty early in the morning.
Come up with a color that's going to convey Malibu muscle. And there's one color that's been speaking to me throughout the day, and that color is orange. Orange candy requires a metallic base to be put down first.
Yeah, that's the color I wanted. Orange candy.
About this.
It looks good. It does look good.
It looks good. It doesn't make sense.
Between you and Doc, there's quite a bit of paint experience here, and our designers are acting like designers and just going pretty.
Looking good.
I'm not gonna lie and say I love this color. There was nothing wrong with that red, but I've seen that red a lot lately on concept cars. If we lose, who's going home? I'm worried.
They also dubbed me and cut that whole conversation. I've seen that red a lot on concept cars. I never said that. Okay. I love that they're cutting and splicing the things I've said.
I have a perfect will for the car. The car's on the
It's
ball.
clear that they have a plan for me in the show that I'm going to be a bit of the bad guy, the obnoxious little chirp chirp.
Really well with the car.
Not thrilled with that.
Make it real simple. We can paint these inserts orange all the way around, and that'll give it, a cool little look.
I just want to make sure that this is going, that you're aware of what this is going to look like when it's on the car. It's off concept.
Brian does not understand. Everybody is here for a reason. Everybody's good at something. Let them do what they do. And if it fails, they can go home because they didn't do what they're supposed to do.
I agree.
Make sure that there are wheels on the car when we get done, and that you.
I don't believe in getting so micromanaged and you can still go home anyway.
Breathe.
Do what I'm going to do and I get sent home for it. That's my thought.
Good.
It's fine. I'm getting a sense that you're not good.
I didn't study cars in France, but guess what? I've sold hundreds of cars.
Okay. You're not feeling validated. Okay.
I have 3 different businesses. They're all successful. I design cars for plenty of celebrities, plenty of entertainers who love my cars.
This is your signature on the car. I'm gonna leave this call up to you, okay? Make the call yourself. God, I would almost just leave it matte silver.
I think that looks hot.
Looks amazing.
Looks great.
Joanne has the base coat down, but we make a decision not to use the orange. So I want to make sure I run it by Joanne because this is her signature element. I am going to say something to you that's going to make you very happy because it's going to save you so much time.
What's that?
The car looks amazing in silver. If we leave it matte silver, we save so much time. I cannot believe how well you painted this car.
I see where you guys are going with this. We're gonna go black and silver.
Yes. Black and silver. Okay, you're happy? Okay.
Brian loves the silver, and Chunner loves the silver. And I have to say, I agree with him. That color is gorgeous.
Oh, that looks great, man.
You guys have 1 hour. After that 1 hour, all the tools will drop, and that's it.
The car is out of paint, and now the monster's coming to life.
Nice.
We got this. It's in the bag.
Yeah, whatever you want to do with these rims, you just.
Oh, yeah.
Because our car's silver now.
You serious?
He doesn't know our car's silver. Yeah. Our car is satin silver now.
Not only not pissed they changed the color. I'm pissed that they didn't include me. Everything that I was working on is null and void.
So now that you know the car's
Because they decided he's not part of the cool kids club.
We can't take these off, so now at this point, I have no options.
Guys are out of time.
It killed my idea, and I know that the judges are going to kill us for it.
Yeah, Dewan got the short end of the stick. Dewan was approached to actually do a show about his shop, and he was into that. And then when he got there, they changed his mind and like, no, it's really a design show, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Hello,
So
everyone.
he was
Welcome to the Motor City
sold a bill of goods that
Masters
didn't come true.
Where we see your cars. Hear
I think he
your
was designed to be the
concepts, and
sacrificial lamb before he even got there.
what you've done to make them what they are. But first, every week, Harold, Jean, and I will be joined by a guest judge. This week's guest judge is a television star, but most importantly, he's a huge car enthusiast. Please welcome Jesse Metcalf.
To me, this was a C-level celebrity. I don't really care.
What do you love about car design?
Well, I'm definitely a very passionate car enthusiast. I grew up on classic American muscle cars, specifically Chevy, so I think I'm gonna have something to contribute here.
Thank you.
And here's our concept, the Chevy SS-sized
See the cars,
Cobalt.
hear your
So, I don't know.
presentations.
I thought he'd be on our side.
And Jean will ask you some questions, give their thoughts, and ultimately name a winner.
I mean, the Chevy Cruze, before that was the Cobalt.
Everyone on the winning team
I'm
will
old.
automatically advance in the competition, but the members of the team whose concept car falls short will have to answer for what went wrong. Then the judges will send one designer home. For this team challenge, you were asked to pick from 3 Chevy classics and transform your choice into a 2015 concept car.
I was pretty sure if my team loses, I'm going home.
Let's bring in the cars.
A rule that they're not telling you, if the car didn't drive onto stage, your team lost. Camillo was telling me to cut off the turbo intercooler pipes just for his front end, and I said, we will lose if you have me do that. And he argued that with me too. It's called a large vacuum leak, but I didn't listen.
The car looks pretty good on stage. It definitely has a wide muscle car feel. We did something right, and we're probably going to win.
Ours looks a little more cohesive.
Our car is much more finished, much more completed. It looks really cool. I'm pretty confident that we are going to win.
There's my rear diffuser with an exhaust that I came up with that shared the lines of the rear end.
Days, and it's beautiful, and we're gonna win.
Wow. Brian, please step down and tell us about your team's car.
This is an idea that started as a broad stroke concept.
We were allowed to rehearse our pitches and write all of our notes on a big board that we were looking off to the side.
Glass roof. We've seen sliding glass roofs before, but I've never seen it done this way. Instead of opening backwards, this one splits in half. What that means is that you end up with this really huge open roof. It's kind of like business in the front, party inside. That's really what the concept is, and that's what we did.
For some reason, I thought of an automotive mullet when he said that.
It's your turn.
So we're gonna start off with the front. In the grill, we connected the top and the bottom.
This was a lot for her to present.
Modified the headlights to
I mean,
more
remember,
of a
she's still in
feel.
school. They actually gave her a second try. This is her second try.
This is embarrassing. Darby starts out with, we did this on the front, we did this on the back, Not, I'd like to introduce you to the 2015 Concept Cruze SS. How do you not introduce your concept?
We also added a side skirt to visually lower the car. We also chopped the mirrors in half, and we added an SS. Thank you very much.
I hated that. Camillo put the SS on the side at the last second.
Presentation. Oh, and we stuck SS on it. That's your concept? Great, good job.
Okay, judges.
Brian, let me start with you. You had a very ambitious project. Were there any compromises, or do you overall feel you achieved what you set out to do?
Some of the compromises we made took stuff away that maybe the car didn't need. New concept has to be #1 priority.
Yes, I really like the front end. It says muscle to me and comes together quite nicely. Then looking at the rest of the vehicle, I see some areas that just didn't work out. The whole concept of muscle and fun and beach and lifestyle those are a lot of elements that you had to combine. So as much as I appreciate your attempt, I find it almost impossible to combine them all. And therein lies the unresolved part. But wherever they did come together, they worked extremely well.
I thought it was an interesting choice to do a matte silver.
Well, I had been thinking kind of like a glossy orange on the car, but it just didn't seem muscle enough to me. Dwan, these wheels look unfinished.
Originally, I designed the wheel to match the original color scheme of the car, and due to time limits, we couldn't really do the wheel I designed.
Are you a little disappointed in that?
We were happy with how it came out, but yes, I would like to have done more with it.
Okay. Darby, do you think that with the SS Cruise you achieved a concept car?
Absolutely, I think we achieved concept. We totally redid the vehicle, we chopped it up.
I like what you did to the front end. Everything looks really good and fits together. I want to know when I look at the front and then the rear that one person designed it. So I really like the repetition in the back of some of the forms.
Woohoo, that was me.
I don't really see a super sport.
This was
I
a
see
problem.
Super street. And the thing that really sticks out to me the most is probably these mirrors.
That was Camillo on those
I
mirrors.
worked on the mirrors. I wanted something that looked like it could cut through the
So the
wheel.
guest judge just tore up our entire idea and said that SS represents super, whatever he said, and not, yeah.
Absolutely.
I believe in knowing a car's present, past, and future, and knowing where Chevy's been. Super Sport has always been a muscle element, but this is modern muscle. We're supposed to be thinking 2015, and this can be Chevy's modern interpretation of compact muscle. That's what SS means in this concept. So do not sell the concept short, because it works. There's a finished car in front of you, beautiful. There's not something that's a car mullet, which is, business in the front, party in the back.
I got some heat for that.
Design.
But
Thanks so much.
I want to save my
There's a
butt.
lot to think about, all of you.
I raised my hand to make that statement, and they didn't know what to do, so they called on
Take
me.
a closer look at your concept cars. When you come back, we'll find out which team has the winning.
But I said what I had to
which
say
team will
to
be
keep my
using
butt
that
here.
team member. We'll see you back here shortly.
Which is, I'm not gonna let this guest judge talk trash about our concept.
All right, first, let's start with Brian's team and their Malibu. If you look at the side view, that line is really quite nice. So that changed the concept completely, and I made it a new concept, and it was successful.
I think adding muscle was an afterthought, and I think the original concept was really that beach tailgate, and it was a missed opportunity.
I actually have a different opinion on it. I see it as a design that is contemporary and I think would be successful for Chevy.
I feel like we delivered the project deliverables. The concept may be controversial, but we did deliver a new concept that has everybody's signature in it.
And what about Darby's team's car?
I just think this car looks like it's ready to roll.
That was the pitch, wasn't it? I mean, they all believe in this car. They said that 2015.
But remember, they didn't like my idea, they said.
I think the rocker could have used.
But meanwhile, the idea seems to be working.
And you really didn't like those rear view mirrors. And as soon as you said it, I go, he's right. There's something really funky about that squished proportion.
Okay, I think we've seen enough.
Because they don't fit. It looks like a production-ready car, and they tried to have concept mirrors. But whatever, not my call.
Okay, everyone. The judges have heard your presentations, seen your cars up close, and come to a decision. What have you decided?
Well, on the one side, with Brian's Malibu, we have a very high concept project with a very ambitious design feature. In the end, you may have chewed up a little bit too much. On the other side, on Darby's team's car, we have a cohesive design that starts strong in the front and continues all the way to the back. What it lacks in is the far-reaching concept. All right, Jesse?
Well, I pitched doing a two-door coupe,
And the winner of
but
this team challenge.
I didn't think we had the time.
Darby's team.
Woohoo! I'm staying, baby.
Remember, the The objective for this challenge was to design a concept for 2015, and in the end, we really felt that you guys delivered an all-around cohesive design.
People came up to me and said my speech at the end to save the car worked.
Celebration into the lounge. Well done.
I'm not going to congratulate her because her presentation was very weak. At the end of the day, I'm the guy that delivered, and I think everyone can see that for themselves.
That was heavily edited, of course, because I want to be the villain according to them.
Complaints was that color.
Obviously, the judges felt that your team's concept car came up short, which means any of you could be going home.
This is the firing squad. It's not fun.
There's a lot of pressure because I was the one in charge.
Brian, he really failed us. He should step up to the plate and say, this is what happened, and take responsibility for it.
If you think you have friends, no one's friends in front of the firing squad. And again, we don't know how this is going. This is episode 1.
Brian, your team's concept car came up short, which means any of you could be going home.
No one wants to be the first to go home.
Brian, do you recognize the flaws in your concept?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I can see that there is a lot of elements going on, coming together.
As a designer, do you know when to stop?
Maybe dreamed a little bit too big.
Shutter, you were responsible for the back. The front came together very nicely. All the lines worked out really well. I think Shane did an exquisite job. I just wanted to hear from you if there's anything you could have done better so that I have a reason to keep you in the competition.
The scope of that fastback design was so immense that left other areas of the rear end lacking. I agree with that. It's just in the amount of time allotted, I had to focus all my efforts on trying to execute.
Dewan, what about your personal contribution? You stand behind that?
Yeah.
3 days on these wheels, though?
I wanted to do more.
I mean, he helped build the car.
But I wanted to
But
stay with
they had like 8 or 9 wheels to choose from. So you just choose a wheel. That's not really much of a contribution in terms of design. He was just treated as a
It
worker.
would save us a lot of time.
So, who's at fault? What happened?
No one wants to say it.
Who didn't pull their weight on this team, Brian?
No one wants to say it, but you gotta say it.
Shane and Chunner did an excellent job. Everybody pulled their weight.
So everyone did an excellent job, and we applaud your loyalty.
Okay, all right.
Brian, thank you very much. We're going to decide who we're going
That was
to
edited
send.
heavily.
I feel like, as accomplished as Brian says he is, every single thing that was wrong with the car, in their opinion, was Brian's fault. That was his footprint.
I understand that as a design manager, the responsibility ultimately falls to me. But I feel proud about the fact that we have created a new concept for Malibu.
Okay, so after everything we've heard, we've decided that Shane and Shana, you two are safe, and you can go back to the lounge, please.
Thank you.
Brian, as design manager, you're responsible for the incohesiveness of the whole idea. However, there's some really nice innovation in your design. We think we might see something better from you in the future, and therefore, you're safe this week as well.
Okay, thank you.
Dewan, Joanne, one of you will be going home.
Dewan, you really let your team down with this wheel. This is what you did for 3 days, an unfinished wheel. It's unfinished. Joanne, this flat silver actually harmed the entire look of the car. Dewan, you're no longer competing on Motor City Masters. And I'm sorry.
Like I said, he got
I'm the first one to leave. I feel like I let my son down. I wanted him to...
he got hurt by this. I don't think it was fair. He was told he was going to have a show dedicated to his shop customizing cars, and at the last minute when he got here, they said, "Hey, we're doing something a little different, but you'll be fine." So think of it like that. Don't judge his drawing skills. He wasn't here to be drawing.
You're still competing.
They just changed at the last minute. Not
Thank you
fair.
guys for giving me another shot. I won't let you down again.
All right.
I feel great. I'm staying. It's a rush like nothing I have ever known. And I've known an awful lot. I I can't wait for the next challenge, because I'm gonna kick ass.
And then there were 9.
I love it. I want this competition to move forward. I want to see people going home.
That was heavily edited.
Closer to $100,000. I'm closer to a Camaro Z28.
That's 2 weeks ahead I said that.
I'm going to show the world I'm the best at everything.
I didn't say any of that on that day. There I am, the villain.
This season on Motor City Masters. This week's theme.
So that was episode 1, guys. I don't know, did you find this fun? Should I keep doing this? I have all 10 episodes. There's a lot of interesting stories that happen ahead. When I could tell when they planned to send me home, we had a tie we weren't supposed to have.
Oh my God,
All the infighting that wasn't really infighting. All the behind the scenes stuff. If this is fun and you care, let me know in comments. Should I keep doing this?
what an evil little man.
As far as I'm concerned, you don't have a say. This stuff is gonna be if you don't finish.
Let it go, or get the out of here.
Drama. They really did focus on the drama, which was only 2% of this show. Well, yeah, that's it. That's episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, if you find this fun, you want to see more, maybe I'll do this each week. But that's it. Everyone have a good one. Please like and subscribe.